Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Wild Wednesday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box to give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. And today I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your directors, runtime of the cut I was watching, along with a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free, and if you decide you can help support Matt's Movie Mania and toss me a couple of bucks. Now that I got all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's is a sequel. It came out back in 2022, so it's 2 years old now. It is none other than Reunion from Hell Part 2. Now, I have not reviewed Part 1, but now that I have watched Part 2, I will probably put Part 1 on my list to review next month. Mostly because I want to see what happened in the first story. You can watch this one alone without having to see the first one, in my opinion, because it does a good enough job filling in the blanks. If you haven't watched that, the story is really, really well written and very smooth. I really enjoyed the story and everything about this. And now, like I said, it came out in 2022, runs at an hour and 38 minutes. It's got quite the cast in it. The directors, both Hayden, Newman, and Sam Hodge, did a fantastic job at this. I feel like it's a really it feels like a throwback, but it also has that modern vibe as well. What exactly is it about? Well, it's about this group of friends that are going off for a Christmas getaway type thing at Hayden's, or Riley, as Hayden's name is in this. They go to Riley's family's cabin out in the middle of the woods, middle of nowhere type thing. It's kind of a weird little thing going on, because one of the guys happened to take Hayden out on a few dates and nothing ever sparked of it. After they arrive, the mom is giving surprises to Hayden or Riley. The first one is that his Uncle Clay is there, who I like. Uncle Clay. Uncle Clay's a cool character. Probably my favorite character in the whole movie, because he just seems like the kind of guy you'd want to just hang out and shoot the shit with. You know, he just seemed really cool. And now and the next surprise is Hayden's mom is now dating another man, and she meets him, or Hayden meets him, and things go off very smoothly, very well. And then later on, the next surprise happens, and it happens to be one of Hayden's ex-lovers. So things get super awkward, you know. They have a dinner together, and then they are drinking, doing shots of tequila, drinking wine, drinking beer, playing games. They play a game of pool, and in the middle of the game of pool, they're playing a game of truth or dare at the same time, which is always an interesting game to play with a group of people, especially if you're willing participating adults. But somebody dares Hayden's ex-lover to go over and kiss Hayden, and not just a little peck, but like give him a real kiss. and they have a steamy little moment there. Eventually, the the other guy that took Hayden out on the few dates it gets jealous and kind of like storms off after throwing a little fit. Understandable. I'd be a little butthurt too if the person I was attracted to and tried to get them to notice me in that aspect. If they were off kissing another person, I would be kind of bummed. I'm not gonna lie. So I kind of felt sorry for him in ways, but by the end of the movie, you don't feel sorry for him at all. Not to give away anything. But eventually, like I said, he storms off. Hayden, after everything's all said and done, has a shower scene. And in the shower scene, the ex-lover comes up, and then they have a love scene. It gets quite steamy for them too, you know. I'm happy for them. They did a good job. And then there's also good old Lydia Manson is there, who, by the way, is the person that asked me to review this film, and I'm very thankful she asked because I really liked this. I think it's very good. But Lydia is kind of loses her mind at one moment and locks herself in, like, I think it was a bathroom or something, a small room of that nature. I'm pretty sure it was a bathroom. Hayden and Hayden's mom are running from our villain, which you learn in the first one that the villain is related to the mom and Hayden. I'm not going to give away anything on that. But one of the last victims got her face completely scalped or skinned off, and the killer was wearing the face as a mask. It was pretty cool. It had that kind of like feeling of Leatherface in ways, but without a chainsaw, not a big hulking brute. Just a normal build guy, but very fast, very agile, quick with the knife. Very cool kills, by the way. Very, very cool kills. There's one I'm going to spoil. I'm not going to say who it happens to, but he gets stabbed in the back of the head with it's like a Bowie knife or a buck knife type of blade. Goes through all the way through the skull and pops out like right here. It's really cool. There was some pretty gnarly fun effects in here, and I really appreciated the work that they put into that. As far as anything else goes with the story, I don't want to give away anything else because I want you guys to watch this one. Watch part 1, watch part 2. They're both for free to watch on Tubi. I know a lot of you people out there use Tubi. I use Tubi. I think it's a fine site. You just gotta watch out with some movies. Some movies are cut, I guess. That's what I've been told. I don't know how true that is, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. On to the 3 things that I love my movies to be. First is the audio. The audio is crisp, cool, and clean, as I like to say. It's got a high production value where you never have any outside interference from static, wind, or a pesky neighbor doing something down the block that is making a lot of noise while you're filming. There is none of that bad stuff going on here. It's very, very clean. I liked it. I could understand I could understand every single movie word that every character delivered, even with some of them that have some pretty thick Southern accents. One of my second favorite character is a writer, and he has kind of a Southern dandy kind of accent going. He's a really fun character. I really liked him. Um, but it's got some really good audio going here, so I'm going to give it an A plus on that end. Now on to dialogue. The dialogue is very good. I think Hayden wrote a good script here. Um, it's how people actually talk, in my opinion. Especially a lot of the slang and the lingo that the younger people are using towards each other. It's like how people I know talk. So I really like that. It's got a real feel. You can tell there was a lot of love and passion put into that. So I'm going to give it another A plus there. Now on to editing. The editing is very fine. It's got a forward momentum, never loses its pacing. I never got bored once throughout this movie or checked to see how much time is left on it, or picked up the phone and started playing with the phone while watching it. I actually was, 100% glued to the screen the entire time. So I really, really like this. It makes me even more curious about part one. So I'm going to give it another A plus on audio. And now I also want to mention the performances in here. I feel like there was some very solid performances from pretty much the entire cast. The only person I didn't really care for was the assistant to the writer. I thought he was kind of lame, but other than that, I liked everybody in this movie. Even the villain is cool. But anyways, so on to my final score of 1 through 5. I'm going to give this thing. Is it going to get a 5? Not quite a 5, not quite 4.5, but it is a 4 out of 5. It is way above average in my opinion. I feel like this is one that I would love to own a copy of both part 1 and part 2 in my collection, because I could see myself going back and watching these again, because they're that entertaining. Alright guys, and I don't have a cold, it's my sinuses are driving me nuts today. Alright guys, love your faces. I'll see you on Friday with yet another review. And as always, love your faces. Peace.